watched some replays of it. I actually went back to watch Justin's Falk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you think?
What makes me happy is...
Sucked. Is that...
No.
Okay.
Is that when I tested Falk the first day that she dropped, I was like, I think she's going to play like this.
Okay.
It's exactly what Justin did.
Oh, yeah?
It was mid-screen zoning.
Yeah.
Mid-screen. But he didn't do any of the knockdown stuff.
Yeah.
It was just mid-screen zoning with standing medium kick into gunshot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I was like, this is how I think she's going to play.
Ryu.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he did. And he basically beat everybody except for LPN, who had to switch to Bison to beat him.
Bison seems to blow her up.
Bison, because obviously his movement is really good. He's scissor kick to get in and stuff like that. But against everyone else, it was just really just Justin playing Justin-style defense, being really smart, being really annoying with crouching light punch, and then occasional standing medium kick into gunshot. And anytime he activated V-trigger and the opponent was blocking, he would just do standing medium kick, into this, into gun, standing medium kick, into this, into release. He did it 3 times in a row and would push them all the way to the other side of the screen again, and then just start back again.
Right, get rid of it.
He just used it, he would just spend it instantly to push them back, and then he started all over again.
Okay.
And it was, you could tell how annoyed a lot of other, there was definitely lack of character knowledge.
Right.
Like no one ever took advantage of Fierce into low gunshot. Like no one ever jumped over that. Very occasionally.
I can't even believe you pressed that button.
Very occasionally. Like, oh, dude, he was using Fierce good.
No, not Fierce.
But the low gunshot. Oh, yeah, no, he was using it really well.
He used it?
Yeah, he did. He would use it every once in a while, and it was actually working out pretty good.
Once a game?
No, more than that, probably.
Okay.
Maybe twice a game or something like that. So, but he was just doing it really, he was just playing it really well. He was just being Justin and being really annoying and really frustrating to deal with. And yeah, he beat up on a lot of players. I mean, he beat up like all the camis and stuff like that. So.
Well, it seems like he did well in the whole overall standings.
Yeah, he only used Falk and he only lost to LPN.
Really?
Yeah, this is the only character he played in this whole entire thing.
So,
oh no, I think he went to Minot once.
It does say Falk, Minot, and Karen.
Oh, I don't remember the Karen. I don't remember the Karen.
So 8th place was EG, NY Chris G with Guile, Sakura, Nash, and Cammy. He went 1 and 6.
Yeah, he was kind of goofing around. I don't think he was as serious as some of the other guys.
7th was Ceroblast with Ken and Ed, who went 2 and 5.
So by the way, the top 8 was played by round robin, obviously.
Round robin.
So yeah, first to 5.
CYG PR Balrog with Akuma only, 3 and 4. 5th,
PR Akuma, yes.
Yes, 5th also Ghost K-Brad. No, just 5th. Ghost K-Brad. Cammy and Karen, who also went 3 and 4, but had a record of 17 and 24 to make. He should be. Oh, maybe he beat PR Balrog in the tiebreaker.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, tiebreakers are total wins first. Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, let's move on. 4th place, EG. I don't know. I don't want to read this. EG Ricky Ortiz, Chun-Li 3 and 4. So 3 players went 3 and 4. Yeah. Then LPN got 3rd place with Abigail, and M Bison went 5 and 2. 2nd place was Echo Fox Punk with Cammy, Ken, and Nash, 5 and 2 also. And then winner Echo Fox Justin Wong, Falk, Minot, and Karen went 6 and 1 overall. Who did he lose to?
LPN.
You just said it.
LPN. Yep. And yeah, it's so funny because that top 8 lasted like 6 hours or something.
Sure.
It was like really, really long. And they kept promoting the Matcherino, and all that money went to Dragon Ball. Yeah, that's what Yosh was talking about. But yeah, like all that money went to Dragon Ball. So
That's
Goichi
hilarious.
made all this money.
Okay, that was Street Fighter. Then Dragon Ball results.
Yeah, spoiler, Goichi won.
Oh no! 7th places were Espard with Adult Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, and Marvtronic with Goku Black, Piccolo, Vegeta. 5th were Echo Fox Justin Wong with Blue Goku, Goku, and Goku Black. 5th was also Echo Fox Punk with Cell Trunks Vegeta.
Yeah, was he? Justin was in 5th. I think he qualified on winner's side, and I don't think he played in it. I think he DQ'd himself all the way into like
Zoinks.
5th or something. Yeah.
Oh, sure enough, you are correct. 4th place was Mega Mike X with Bardock, Tien, Goku. 3rd was Timo with Goku Black, Cell, Vegeta. 2nd was EG NY Chris G with Bardock, Trunks, Vegeta. And winner was CO Goichi with Bardock, Cell, Vegeta. And Adult Gohan, Cell, Vegeta.
Chris G basically rage quit in the grand finals.
Zoinks.
He just got up and shook his hand. It was just like, he shook his head. He's like, I can't do anything.
It says that he beat Chris G 3-0. Was it in the last game? That
Yeah. He just kind of got up, like basically right when it was like clear he was not winning that game, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'm done.
Dang,
I'm done."
He's pretty good, is Goichi.
Yeah, nobody can beat that guy right now. And there was like clips of him like blocking just forever against Timo in the exhibitions.
I did see that clip.
And he just would not do anything but block. It was the craziest thing, dude.
Looks like he didn't lose a game.
Oh, that's what it was. He paused in the middle of Goichi's long combo.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay.
Oh, man.
Super Smash Bros. 4 results. 7th places were TEG Nurse with Captain Falcon Wario. Did I say that wrong? That sounded like it came out to me. Yeah, Wario.
Okay.
Captain Falcon.
I mean,
and
some
Wario.
people say...
That's what it was. I said Captain Falk and Wario.
Oh, you said Falk. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Anyway.
Although some people do say Mario, right?
I say Mario typically.
Do you say Mario?
Like, it's not intentional, but it usually comes out.
Okay.
7th place also was Marth. Silver with Marth. 5th were Frost Solarius with Cloud and DSL Wendy the Hottie. Wendy Thotty 23. Wendy T Hottie 23.
Probably
maybe?
Thotty. I would say
Yeah,
Thotty.
makes sense. Diddy Kong. 4th was EMG Black Twins 13. Cloud and Mario. 3rd was MD3 Sonic. MD3
Sonic?
with Sonic. Jeez, I am screwing this up.
Sonic.
2nd place was Echo Fox Mewtwo King with Cloud, and winner was Exodia with Zero Suit Samus and Sheik. Melee, 7 places were, that is ME $ rats exclamation point. Look, I'm not having a great time reading these already, but come on now. With Pikachu, 7th also was JV with Fox. 5th were Odds, Jigglypuff, and Krizky with Fox. 4th was Sunsei, Fox, and 3rd was Quaff with Marth. 2nd place was Frost Silverius with Marth, and winner was Echo Fox Mewtwo King with Marth.
Mm-hmm. It's funny that Mewtwo King was there.
That's cool. Guilty Gear Xrd Rev. 7 places, Yowzer, Chip, and www.rockthedrag.in with Bedman. That's hilarious. 5th were TTN, Biken, and Lewd Toast, Venom and May. 4th was Street 11, Slayer, Venom. 3rd was Echo Fox, Justin Wong. Nobody was here with Potemkin. 2nd place was X Mist with Elfelt, and winner was Killy with Johnny.
Always tell that story. When Evo East, Justin Wong joined my Guilty Gear team. It was a 3v3, and I was like, dude, I got Justin Wong on my team. Yeah. He wasn't very good.
Played Potemkin and
he was biking. He was
really?
biking.
Okay.
He didn't even do really that well. So I was like, what?
Dang.
So mad.
Ultra Street Fighter 4, 7th places, EFGC,
I think you could just do
LL
top
Lightning,
4.
T-Hawk. All right, that sounds good to me. 4th was Echo Fox Punk with Yun, Sagat, Ken, Cammy, and Seth. 3rd place, LPN Rolento. That sounds like it's so backwards. Like LPN with 1 character. Punk with
like
8.
7, yeah.
2nd place, NY Chris G, Sakura, and Abel. Winner was Echo Fox, Justin Wong, Elena.
God.
Marvel Infinite results. 4th place, NY Chris G, Morgan Monster Hunter. 3rd was Justin, Nova
cool.
Ultron.
I was about to say, like, Justin never plays this anymore, but I guess he still does. Okay.
2nd place, Timo, Dormammu Nova. Winner, Punk.
Yeah,
Dante
Punk beat
Ultron.
Timo, dude.
He's impressive.
Dude, Yipes has really whipped him into shape.
Yeah, they have been playing, haven't they? Yeah.
Well, because remember that one time Punk was like, I'll beat you,
Yeah, I do,
you
yeah.
know? And then they played that set of like first to 100 and like Yipes just like mopped him
slaughter
up.
him?
Yeah. So.
Good stuff. 7th place, Tekken 7, 4th place, LFO, Master Raven. 3rd, Calgary Miguel with Miguel. 2nd place, The Jaggernaut with Alyssa. And winner was Echo Fox Justin Wong with Jack 7.
What?
They were a bunch of...
Justin loves this. Okay, look. Obviously, there was this tournament here, but...
Dang, Goichi 10-1 over Timo in the exhibition.
Yeah. Look, obviously, the main thing really comes down to is the after-hours stream.
After hours.
I don't know if you saw any of that.
I heard about it only.
That was pretty wild.
Okay.
They had
karaoke?
Justin bodied Goichi, dude, because he made Goichi do all this karaoke, and Justin had to do no karaoke. Like, I think that's kind of unfair in a weird way.
How did that work?
He was just like, do it, Goichi, come here, do it.
Wow.
Justin was like, I don't even know if he was drunk, but you know how when you're around drunk people, you start acting a little bit drunk,
Sure.
right? I think Justin kind of got into that mode, and he was like emceeing the whole entire thing, and he was just like dogging out, because they had a whole tournament, which was a typical lap chi, where you had to take a shot before
Sure.
every game. And dude, like Cereblast, like had a bunch of drinks before that event, and they had him play. Like that guy was gonna die. Like I was actually legit nervous he was going to die from alcohol poisoning because he just should not have drank any more than he did.
Okay.
But he got Goichi to sing One Punch Man. He got him to sing like the Dragon Ball title things. He wasn't bad actually. Okay. I mean, the best part about it was he gave it his all. You know what I mean?
Okay,
it wasn't like it wasn't.
huh?
Yeah, oh, dude, when he had to go those power notes, he was just like, ah! And it was just like, oh, there we go.
Okay.
So yeah, he was good.
You gotta respect that at least.
Yeah, I was happy for Goichi. So yeah, and like I said, I mean, he's also a good singer too. He's a good singer too. So I mean, he wasn't great, but he was good because he gave it his all. Dude. So yeah. But were those Matcherino stretch goals to get them to sing? Is that why he did it?
Yeah, that's what I heard about.
Yeah, those mics weren't meant for singing. They kept doing the clipping thing when he would get to the loud notes and stuff like that. Yeah. But dude, and then like they were all playing, they all got drunk, and it was quite a spectacle.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, and you know it was interesting too because a lot of the commentary was done by the players.
Right.
And which was hit or miss.
Okay.
You know, there were some times where Chris just wasn't even saying anything because he was just watching.
Sure.
You know, but you know,
that occurs.
It's cool though because you can always hear that top players have a different take.
Definitely.
Because they think about the game differently.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So it's really always very interesting to hear top player commentary like that.
You,
so, but yeah, it was that after hour stream was definitely something, and it was very typical of a Lap Chi event.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude. People were drinking a lot, dude. Yeah. I mean, has anybody heard from Cereblast at all? Anybody heard?
I mean,
dude, the funniest thing about it too is like Justin was even just like, "This is FGC, man. Like this is what we do," and and all this is. Yeah, I mean, it's there's no filter, I guess. So there you go.
I'm not sure that's what we do, but all right. Maybe people do drink, but you know, it's the hangout like always.
Oh man.
One time in college, I decided to go to a party, not drunk at all, but to act as if I was the drunkest person there. Oh man, what a time. But it was weird since I was in that state of mind. I did a bunch of things, like nothing too like whatever crazy, but like things that I like would typically be like, I'm not sure I'm into dancing right now, like things like that. But since I came into it being like, all right, I'm gonna be the wildest drunk there, even though I'm sober, I was like all about dancing, and it was like cool somehow. It's a weird mindset.
No, I mean,
and then as I was leaving, I shut off the face, and I was like, have a good night, everybody. Like very, they were pissed actually. I didn't get back invited back to that in the future.
No, I mean I've definitely done that. I've been around groups where I haven't drank anything, but then you just feel it. You
get into the flow a little bit.
Yeah, you get into the flow and you kind of go crazy and you're just like, hey, you know, and like get all like touchy-feely and all that weird stuff, and you know. I've definitely done stuff like that before, even though I haven't drank anything. So, yeah.
I just thinking back on.
It sounds like such a thing that you would do too. I mean, like when you said that, like there's nothing in my brain that was like, oh, that's funny. It was just like, yeah, yeah, I could totally see that. I can totally see that. So,
it's a funny idea, but make sure that you're doing it around the right folks, because the couple friends that I went with to the party thought it was hilarious, but the people who were hosting the party were, like I said, I never got invited back. So just,
why would
make sure you got the right group. I don't know. I was deceiving them for like 4 hours. I'm not sure. But.
Oh well. Okay. All right. So that was Canada Cup Masters, though. Always a good time for Lap Chi events. Always good stuff.
Yeah.
So
he does really fun stuff.
And good job to them building up a lot of that Matcherino stuff. I don't know why every event doesn't use Matcherino. Like,
I don't know.
I think it's just the right thing to do. Okay.
Well, I guess this makes me think of maybe we should have talked about this earlier. The stuff that Arturo's been talking about lately with respect to pirated content.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about that then, because I think that's a really important thing. I just don't know if there's an answer to it. So basically, he's just tired of the fact that everybody keeps, content stealing. And it's crazy because the people who do the content stealing, oh, you got rice in your keyboard. Oh, you got it out. Okay. The people who do the content stealing, they put a lot of work into it. They put they make their own thumbnails and all these things like that. But it's like Artur was saying, it's like they put them up immediately because they can capture them and put them up while they're busy, while the streamer is busy streaming. So he can't put the content up right away, right? That's a problem. And so a lot of these people are doing that, and they're stealing the content and taking all of the views from them. And to be honest with you, and this is not Arturo's problem, other people have this problem, but other people do a terrible job naming their videos. I could not find the Kemono Michi matches on YouTube by searching for it, like the Daigo Akuma match. I could only find the content stealers when I searched for it.
Really?
Because it was in Japanese, their title was in Japanese mostly. And so you couldn't even search for Akuma. Like, they should have put that in there, right? Like, I had to go to Daigo's channel and find it in his list of videos. And even then, I had to be like, I think this is the one. It
was only in Japanese.
Yeah. Well, there was a little bit of English here and there, but it just wasn't enough. And, like, I've had this problem a lot. Like, I'll go look up stuff, and, like, sometimes they'll be like, oh, here's top 8. And some sites will split it into multiple videos, right? But then the content stealers have it all in one, and people just want to watch it all at once and stuff like that. It's just, there's a really interesting situation where it's like hard to battle that.
I like to watch it individually, but I mean, in any case, there are people who prefer a big top 8 video, and there are people who like them individually. It'd be nice if both options were available officially.
They should just upload both of them.
It would also be nice, something that I really like that some of the channels do, some of the pirate channels do, is that they'll make compilations of like the best matches of the night. So they'll be like, take 5 matches from 6 hours of stuff.
Pools,
and like, from pools. And like, here's the stuff you should watch. That's nice. It's like valuable content. They would be nice to see the official people do that too. So I definitely sympathize. Did I wear the Pirate Bay shirt tonight? Hopefully not. No, it's not. Good. That would have been very awkward.
You could have not told anybody, and nobody would have noticed.
That's a good point too. I sympathize with them.
Well, before you continue, I just want to mention this before it scrolls off the screen.
Sure.
Rift Trooper said pirates know how to market the videos. Most streamers don't. That's not necessarily true. What it just is they have more time to market their stuff.
They do it immediately. I mean, the streamers are working until the night's over / the weekend's over, depending on the contest.
And then they just work 12-hour days, and so when Monday rolls around, they're a little tired, so they're not going to get it up right away. So, it's
tough. It always takes a little while to get it up. It's hard to get it up right away.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in the morning, too.
Yeah, definitely. Really? Oh, that's the easiest time for me. All right. It happens without, I don't even mean to sometimes.
Oh.
Gross. Anyway, I really sympathize with the people who make the stuff, but they, at the same time, while wanting to address their concerns, it would also be really nice to see them do some of the things that the pirated folks do. Obviously, it's difficult to upload simultaneously. That's not necessarily what I'm talking about, but it would be nice to have like the compilations of the best videos of pools, or it would be nice to have like a look into sort of some of the extra. It's not just whole matches that they'll sometimes show. Sometimes they'll be like, here are the sickest combos of the night. Like they'll like really compile it in ways that I think are nice. So.
Capcom has been doing a good job. They've been putting their videos up really, really fast. But that's because they have a team that does that, right? They have a team of players.
But again, like I would love to see like more. I feel like there's more that they could be doing. And I agree with you that sometimes it's not marketed that, it's not titled that great, sometimes it's not marketed that great. So there's definitely stuff that they could improve. At the same time, again, I definitely think that we should be trying to only watch the legit ones.
Right. And plus the other thing too is that, some people have said, isn't there the strike system and stuff like that? Hard to prove in those situations.
It's just, it's
with
not.
Those gaming content, right?
This stuff happens all the time to me and clients of mine, and has been for many, many years. It's difficult to challenge a strike. It's not. It's difficult to enforce a strike. It happens both ways, really. But if like a content owner, if Spooky who's not the biggest guy in the world, if Spooky says that his video is being pirated, that there's a YouTube video that he wants to strike, he can put a strike on it, but then the other party can just say, I have the rights, it's cool. And then the recourse for Spooky is to file a lawsuit, which he could do, but come on.
Right.
So it's not that practical for the little guy to use. If you're like the big boys, if you're like UMG or something like that, like you know, your strikes matter, right? That video is out of here instantly. But if it's like Joe Schmo, if it's not the mega big corporations, then it doesn't really work in the same way, unfortunately.
Yeah. And a lot of times, yeah, you could hire editors and stuff like that for that, but that's not even that easy of a task because that cuts into your own profits and you're not making that much money from YouTube anyway, right?
Sure.
A lot of the guys who do stream a lot, like Eris, like Sajam, you know, they have editors for their channels and they personally don't make anything off of those channels.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they just let the editors make the money off of that kind of thing. And that's what you end up happening. That's what ends up happening.
It serves as promo for their streams.
Right, exactly.
Rather than them actually making money out of the YouTube. Mr. Keebler, who says that the strike system won't work with fair use with how these pirates use the material and repurpose it, implying that the material is fair use. I'm almost certain it's not. It's almost never is.
Oh, okay.
For a couple of reasons. One is that the rights are probably not even the streamers really in the first place. Probably Capcom or Arxis or Namco or whatever company actually published the game owns almost all the rights anyway.
Right.
So it's hard to say that the streamers themselves have rights which are being infringed on in a way that fair use could then be even applied to. It's like not even in the same conversation in the first place. But where it is, those re-up videos are not changed enough in almost any instance for them to really be transforming anything significantly enough. Even like showing just the combos compilation, for example, or like the hypest moments compilation, for example. It's not nearly enough of a change to really change any rights with respect to the video itself. So I don't think fair use is really an issue.
Right. Yeah, it's a tough situation, but really the only way for it to succeed is if people are educated enough not to use the pirate channels.
Yeah.
Right? But the thing about it is the pirate channels probably do a better job being the easiest ones to search for.
They definitely do.
Right? So
yes.
You find their stuff a lot easier, and a lot of times just for convenience sake, it's just easier just to go and watch that one because you feel like I'm just watching a 5-minute video,
For sure.
I'm not hurting anybody.
It's one view.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, that all adds up.
You know,
stuff,
it's like anything. I mean, we've talked about this in the past. My position is that you should support the things that you care about, and that'd be enough to like make the world go round. So like I'm really big into some things. Like I pay for a bunch of, like I pay for this curiosity stream thing so I can watch documentaries all the time. I buy books a lot.
Right.
You know, I don't care as much about music. So I like just listen to YouTube video for music, and I like, you know, download some stuff, and it's not that big of a deal to me.
Right,
but the things that I do care about, I try to support. Fighting game videos is another example. But for people who feel differently, you know, I get it that it's not super important to you. But if fighting games are important to you, then I think it's important to try to do what you can to support them. Yeah. And especially when that's not even paying money. Like to watch an uploader's YouTube videos, you're not paying money for the most part. You're just making a choice as to which video you should watch that carries the same content.
I still buy CDs Ender Gamma.
Unbelievable. Can't believe that's still being made.
Yeah, but I mean, that's true too. Sometimes some video game journalists even use pirated uploads because like they don't know, right? And so that's a problem.
Yeah,
too,
sometimes they literally don't know. By the way, it's not always them being malicious or not caring. It's like, how do you even tell?
Right, they're like, hey, look, this channel has everything on it. They must be official.
Right.
And yeah, the person that Arturo was calling out, the NYC Furby, you know, the guy even responded to the tweet and was like, I have permission from everybody. And he's like, no, Lapchi was just complaining about it. He's like, all right, I'll talk to Lapchi about it right now. And he's like, okay, he said it was okay. You know, like, but you don't know if they're lying or what the situation is. And it's such a tough thing to handle, right? So I don't know what, really it's just about the people trying to help support by not going to those things, but you have to know not to do that in the first place. And sometimes it literally is an inconvenience. Like for me to find the Kimono Michi match, I had to go out of my way to go and search for it.
You're right.
So
I think that selective piracy is a good way to put it. I think that's nice and succinct. Because look, we're living in a world where all content is free if you want it to be. Right? Nobody needs to pay for anything. Regardless of what the law says or anything. Like the fact is that you can get anything, almost. But it'd be nice if we still had a way to support people making things that we care about, so that we can get more of the things that we care about. So if you don't super care about X medium, okay, pirate whatever movies, or if you don't care about them that much. But if you're like a big movie head and it matters to you, you should really support that stuff. And same thing for all the other stuff that you like. If you really like a band, maybe pay them some money. Go see a show.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
It's true. I mean, a lot of the times too, that's what collector's editions are for essentially right now. It's for you, like, here's the steel box set of this latest album, and you'll buy it because you really want to support the band. Right? I mean, that's the way it works.
Exactly.
Right? So it's personally why I believe now in the day of the internet, like, because everything is so easily pirated there, but then at the same time, Kickstarter kind of proved that people are willing to pay different amounts of money for support. And I really feel like that's how everything should be sold now. Because before, you go to economics class and they always talk about supply demand. Here's these curves, and you should basically aim for here, because you don't have the ability to control how much people pay for it.
You couldn't discriminate.
It was too hard. It's like you couldn't build, like, here's the 2 collectors one, and then here's this tier, put them all in a store. You don't know if anyone's going to buy it or whatever. But if it's online and you're all in one source and everybody can access the one single store, you can do that. So honestly, that's the way things should be sold now.
A lot of things are going like that. And content creation,
especially for art, right?
Especially for art. People have Patreons where exactly that kind of thing goes.
Exactly.
Folks are just tossing in money. I mean, some of you guys are doing it for us, and we definitely appreciate that. That is important for us.
Exactly. So
yeah.
It's a tough situation, dude.
But I also think it's a good way to say for Peter0611, who says, if you pirate it, own up and don't act like you're owed any type of quality or customer service.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That's
just,
true,
take it. Like, you're not owed anything.
Yeah, if you're pirating stuff like that, then you can't be mad at anybody for anything.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
You're definitely not entitled to, well, I mean, the way that, I'm not sure that's right. I think because content is always free, if you want it to be, almost all content, it's kind of the reverse, I guess. You should be nice and not feel entitled, but anybody can take anything. So what does it all matter?
Yeah, there's also the extent too, if you make it cheap enough, then it's not even worth pirating, right? So like, even the whole thing right now where you can buy songs for 99 cents, a lot of the times it's like, it's just easier for me to go to Amazon and buy a song. You know what I mean? And
dang, do you buy songs?
Yeah.
Individual songs?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Dude, all the time. And again, I mean, to be honest with you, music means enough to me.
I was just going to say, I know we're in a different world when it comes to...
Yeah, exactly. Music means enough to me that I'll do that to support artists and stuff like that. And that's just generally, I like music a lot, so I will do stuff like that.
Good stuff. Well, I respect that.
Yeah, so, and then also, like I said, 99 cents for a song is just like, I could just go to Amazon, do that, as opposed to like, I don't know, like, I don't have the resources. I don't know where any of the pirated stuff is. So it would actually be harder for me and not worth the time that it takes me just to buy a song for a buck. So.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I subscribe to CuriosityStream and Netflix and stuff, even though I can get almost all their content anyway. But there's both me wanting to support it and also a convenience factor. It's very convenient.
Yeah, exactly. Especially something like Netflix, because then you can just watch it on any system that you want, anywhere you go. So.
Oh, dude, about
I've bought a Girls' Generation song before, but that's not the reason to listen to it. So necessarily. So. Yeah. Do you remember that was the band, that SNSD that AJ Papa was obsessed with a long time ago? They did the GGGG song. God, you just...
I'm not trying to like cast aspersions. I just don't know. That's all. I'm not one of the, I don't feel like I need to be like, I don't listen to music, I'm so cool. Or whatever. Or I don't listen to X kind of music. I just I don't know, ambivalent. Basically what it is.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so about this, you wouldn't download a car line,
There's
right?
Cammy.
The classic.
Cammy's right there, Dios. Cammy's right there.
When I was in...
And I've got a bunch of other Cammys upstairs.
You definitely have Cammies.
Yes, everywhere.
When I was at UCLA getting my Master of Laws in Entertainment Law, a guest speaker was like the head lawyer from Sony at the time.
Yeah, I think you mentioned this.
Yeah, what a jerk I was as a kid. I'd probably still do this. So he came to us to talk, and he was telling us about, pirate. And obviously we're in law school, so most people there, you would think, are like more into the law in general. Anyway, so he was going on about piracy and how it's really killing them and all this stuff, and he was like, hey, you know, obviously you wouldn't download a car, but people are willing to do it for our work. Why is that so different? And I was like, first of all, we definitely all would. And second, in 20 years, we'll be doing that. That definitely will be happening. We're definitely going to download cars and definitely going to download chairs and sell chairs. And would you rather live in a world where everybody has free cars or not? Yeah, right? Like everybody gets free any material good anytime?
Right.
Of course. Everything's better if that's the case. Like, right? Isn't that like a fact? But I don't know. Anyway.
Did he get mad?
Of course he got mad. And my professor was actually mad about it too. And my professor brought his buddy, who was this guy, to come chat with us. You know? Hey, what a cool opportunity to meet the head lawyer from Sony Music or whatever it was. Right. And then all this.
You're like, you're wrong.
Upstart kids were like, oh, we're all pirates.
Oh man.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, at some point we'll be able to 3D print a lot of things. Yeah. A lot of things.
I mean, we haven't got to the point yet where we're 3D printing metal, but I'm sure that'll happen.
You can 3D print metal.
Oh,
well,
really?
some types of metals, not everything.
Okay.
You can 3D print guns. There's actually a lot of really interesting legal discussions about this. Who owns the rights? Are there copyrights in the same way? Are there patents in the same way?
I'm telling you, it's
very intellectually fascinating, but the result is that if you want to, in the future, yeah, definitely just if you like a chair design, you have a brand new chair tomorrow.
And that's what drives, like, I've said this before in the past, and I was always like, you know how the internet changed the world? And like changed everything on how we think of everything. I was like, 3D printing is going to be the next one that does that. And everyone's like, no, it's going to be virtual reality. And I just like,
you know, maybe both.
I've tried virtual reality before. That's not changing shit, dude.
Well, I think it'll change
honestly,
things,
because like there's going to be too many people who are going to get sick. It's just not enough for everybody.
Like, you don't think that can be solved? I'm not sure.
Only if you start introducing it to kids in school. If virtual reality is a class in school.
I've heard you talk about this. Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, like I think that's the only way to make it work. Get them used to that idea early on. Yeah. So that they because like I'm old, right? So now everybody knows how old I am. But like I'm old, and when I do virtual reality, when I'm playing those games, like I just get deathly ill, you know what I mean? Because I can't handle it anymore. But then again, I've gotten motion sickness from a lot of things, right? So it's not necessarily just like, so I don't even know if training me at a young age would have made a difference anyway.
There might just be people who can't do it, for sure.
Exactly, and that's why I think augmented reality is going to be a little bit different, but I still think 3D printing is going to change more than that because it's going to create this thing where it's like, I want this, I can make it myself. Yeah. Which is such a bigger difference than, hey, I'm walking around with an Iron Man HUD. Yeah. Like, I don't think that's going to be.
Sick,
is it sick? But it's not going to be as important as the ability to, hey, I need a new remote control. I'm going to print out all these parts, and here's a remote control. You know what I mean? Like,
or ideally, like having the little circuit board printed inside of it.
Dude, right? Like, can you imagine if we get to that point?
Sure.
We can print electronics.
Yeah.
Like,
amazing. Well, you can already, but it's you gotta fit it into other things later. Yeah. It's not the same exact printing time.
Right.
I mean, the ideal for 3D printing is not that you're throwing all the stuff away. It's that you're just reusing it again. So it's, you know, you have a vat, or maybe you have like a store down the street that's the 3D printing store, and you want a yacht tomorrow, so you go and print a yacht, and then when you're done using it, you just take the yacht back and it boils it down again, and something.
Right, and that's the thing, the reusable materials.
Yeah, I mean, you know, who knows if that's something that's going to be practical, but that's the ideal,
if you could do stuff like that.
And it would definitely destroy the economy for sure. I mean, the current economy could not survive that at all.
Right.
That said,
you have to change the rules of everything.
Everything must be changed, and I don't know what else there is to be done about that. I don't know. Do you not have? You just end technology at some point? That's never been doable in human history. So,
and that's why I say it's going to be a bigger thing than virtual reality, because it changes the world in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It changes the world from a completely, we can't do things the way that we used to do it anymore.
You know my philosophy, that we're going to end up with Marx having been right, and that we're going to end up with robo-communism. That's my own bet.
Wow.
Since 3D printing, if 3D printing gets super efficient and energy generation is super efficient, and I don't really know what you base money off of anymore, like what scarcity.
Right, yeah.
And automatons are doing all the work, so labor's not the way that you do it anymore. So at that point, I don't know what you got, but you don't got capitalism anymore, friends. I don't really know what to do about that, but yay, there it is.
Oh, man. No, this would be closer to being about Blaze Green than Blaze Blue. All right, well, okay, anyway. Enough of that. Let's talk about some fighting game news so people who just joined can be like, wait, do they talk about fighting games at all here? Oh, man. All right, let's talk about some fighting game stuff.
Star Trek.
New games coming out. Well, actually...
It's not depressing, that sounds rad.
Let's do some...
Don't you think? I think so. However, there's going to be a ton of violence in between, so expect a lot of people to die first.
You think so?
I don't know, man. I hope not.
The Purge? I mean, like,
oh my God, no.
Right?
No, I was thinking more about how entire generations of humans were just thrown into the waste pit of the Industrial Revolution, and that must have been absolutely awful for hundreds of millions of people. Yeah. But
it's true. The only way that whole 3D printing thing is going to stop from like changing the world in that way is if it makes it so terrible that everyone does go crazy and we do end up in a Mad Max scenario.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, exactly. So
I don't want to be Mad Max.
It would be kind of cool because, I mean, let's face it, what is it, Imperia Furiosa? Like, I mean, she's awesome.
She was, yeah, if we end up in a world where she exists.
Yeah, I mean,
bummer.
You can't really complain about that, right?
All right, let's roll.
New game that we mentioned a little bit earlier last week, Blade Strangers. Very interesting game. It's a new fighting game that's coming out exclusively.